Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Sis podcast. I'm Amanda, and we're here with Cerise, your host, as
Hello.
always.
Yes.
We're on episode 8 now, and come and join us for another conversation, honest, authentic, as always.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, today is quite a special episode because it's episode 8 and it's the end of our first season.
Yes, guys. If you haven't watched the other ones, please go back and watch. Catch up with us. You know, when you're on a good show and you missed like half of the episodes, you don't want to do that. So please make sure that you get on and you make sure you watch all the other 7 before you get to this number 8.
Yes. And we've talked about so much. This has been a little passion project for me and Cerise. And we've talked about relationships, personality types, finding yourself, friendship. We've really gone through it in this season. But we thought episode 8 is a good time to kind of round off this one. And we'll be back in the new year with a new season.
Yep.
And we might have a bonus episode for you before that, but we'll see. We'll keep you informed. But because it is our last episode of the season, we thought we would round things off with a special episode. And I think we might try and do this at the end of each season. We've been quite PG in the last 7 episodes, wouldn't you agree?
We have.
We've been quite PG, and all our conversations aren't PG, I'll be quite honest with you. And so this episode, we're going to give it an E.
An
explicit. But not explicit in terms of swearing and things like that. That's not
quite
our bag. But we're just going to be having a bit more nitty. We're going to get into the nitty gritty stuff, I guess we could say.
Yeah, a bit. Yeah. Some taboo things. Who knows? Just stuff that perhaps we wouldn't, expand on so much on our other episodes. So yes.
So some taboo topics, and so the episode today, though, what we are talking about are things in marriage that have been quite unexpected for us. But before we jump into that, we need to catch up. And This is a special catch-up, guys, because in the last few episodes, you've heard that Cerise has been getting ready for a holiday. And she's back.
And I'm back now.
She's back. So tell me, Cerise, how was it?
It was great. It was fantastic. I can't even say, I have no complaints about it because, it was so needed because of everything of the past couple of years. It was so necessary to have a break. And it was a special break. It wasn't just, any old break. It was a special break because I, got to go away with my family for the first time, go away with 2 children, my parents and my sister, and obviously my husband. And it was our the kids' first plane ride, first holiday. 2 under 2 guys. Wow, what a feat. Woo-hoo. But also one of our first long hauls as a married couple. So that was good fun as well. Being on a plane for, how long was it to Jamaica now? 9.5 hours?
I think it's about 9 hours around that.
Yeah, it is a long flight, needless to say. But we got there, had a great time, all inclusive, the pina coladas on the beach. It was all there. So it was
honestly,
fantastic.
Guys, I've been so gassed for Cerise to go on this holiday. I'm so glad that you went and had a good time.
I had a good time. And it's your turn soon, isn't it?
I know.
So right. You are going to be having a great time too, guys. I'm sure you're going to be hearing about hers, leading up, perhaps in the next season. Wow, what just happened?
Yeah, I'll update you guys in the next season. But I wanted to ask though, Cerise, what was your highlight of the trip? Do you have one? Or is there, if there was a few things, you can share a few things. But people want to know, I want to know what happened over there. What was just the best bit?
What happened over there? To be fair, I know this is going to be a really cheesy answer, but the whole trip was a highlight. I mean, it was so nice. I think for me, because we have been to Jamaica as a couple. It's the first time going as a couple. And it was just nice to see everything together. Like, obviously, I grew up in this country, but Daryl didn't grow up here. He wasn't born here. He didn't grow up here. And it was special to see him in that space with, like him reminiscing, telling me about all the different things that he used to do. This is where I used to go, or this is what I used to do. Like, oh, this is, the familiar taste of a patty, or, all that stuff was special to me. That was,
juicy
I know, right?
Patty, guys.
I have one in the fridge right now, guys.
Do you? Don't make me jealous.
Yeah, I do. And I've got avocado. They're massive, by the way, not the same as in this country. And I have, what do you call it? Breadfruit in the freezer as well. So yeah.
Nice.
But anyways, that was special for me, was seeing him in that space, in his natural habitat, if you like, was nice to see. And then also I guess just seeing my children on the beach, like Lucas enjoying the sea. Him enjoying the sea, enjoying the sand, like building sand castles. Yeah, all of that was really, really special. Some great highlights. Like it just went too quickly though, you know. You think, oh my gosh, is it done? Like it went quick, and we're back here in this cold weather. You probably can't see my tan, but I have a tan, guys. It's probably going now. I don't even know, but hey, I'm gonna try to keep this tan as long as possible.
Yeah.
But
but the winter's here now, so you know.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, it might even get lighter than what I was before I even went. Never mind keeping this tan with this cold weather. But I have
a question for you. Okay, so last question.
Yeah.
Did you actually get to relax? So
I've
not done a holiday with 2 kids yet. I've done it with one. I've gone away a few times, and there have been moments of relaxing, I guess.
Oh boy!
With holidays are different now. Yeah, and so I'm glad you had a great time. But did you manage to get some relaxation? Yeah. Did you feel like a holiday, or did it feel like a trip away? I don't know what the difference is.
Away. I mean, I would say. Let me preface this with a change is as good as a rest.
Yeah.
I'll preface it with that. So I guess you all know that it wasn't all relaxation. It wasn't as much relaxation as I would like. I think because it was our first trip as a couple to Jamaica, it was nice to do, like, as you say, all the things. So I wanted to get stuff done. So I was like, I'll go here, go there. Like, I didn't want to just sit and do nothing. And next time we go might be the relaxation time. We did get to relax, but not as much. There were times, there were days, the first couple of days in the all-inclusive, we were just on the beach, chilling, eating food, stuff like that, having, drinks and all of that. But after those couple of days, it was just activity, and even the evenings, it was just activities. So it wasn't a relaxation. But you got a change,
not a relaxation holiday. And I think with kids in it, like, it's not really relaxation. Even when you're by the pool, like, you're like, don't drown, play games. There's like loads of things happening. But I'm so glad you had a good time.
Yeah, I'm back, guys. Back in the UK, back on British soil, as they say. I'm back. But how are you?
To plan the next one.
I know, right? I'm planning in my mind. When I turn 30.
Yeah, we've been talking about that this week, haven't we?
Yeah, we have.
We've been doing some sneaky little planning for Cerise's 30th.
Yeah.
But yeah, how am I? I'm all right. Life has been lifing as it does. And I'm going to be honest, guys, I've got this horrible headache that has not let me live for the last 3 days.
Oh,
so
dear.
That is fun. But, I'm fine. I'm well. We're just out here living life and revising loads. I've got my exam this month.
Yep.
And then next month is fun because it's like because I've got my exam this month and I really need to get my head down. It's the start of November. Is it 2nd today? Third, yeah. 3rd of November. I have really been trying to get all the things done that I need to get done so I can concentrate on revision. Yeah. And so I've been sorting out holiday stuff. My daughter turns 3 next month. So I've kind of been very much to-do list, getting them all done so I can just concentrate things on. Yeah. So now can kind of last 3 weeks, get my head down into the revision books and, look after the kids.
Yeah. I mean, that is my life every day. It's like whenever...
Yeah, basically. But finding them little pockets around it.
Yeah. I was going to say, whenever Daryl gets home, I'm just like, okay, here you go. Deposit the children over to you because I've had them all day.
You know what's funny? With when I was on maternity leave with Isabella, I used to feel bad, when Raf came home, handing him over. The kids were like, oh, he's been at work all day. And then I went back to work. And then when I came home, I didn't get given, I was on duty. And I was like, actually... It's, I had to do it. So now enjoy.
Got to pass the baby on, boy.
And now I know that having the kids is the harder job. Not going to lie.
Oh, yeah, 100%. It's a full-time job. And it's full-time and overtime. No one gets it.
Yeah. When you're at work, you get to go to the toilet in peace. You get to send a text message without someone stealing your phone. You don't get like coughed on and licked, and you don't get shouted at and screams. And
someone tell me
work
why.
is chilling.
Can someone tell me why my son wants to come and join me in the bathroom whilst I'm using the toilet?
Oh yeah, listen. You know what Isabella started doing. This is not going to turn into like mom rants, but she's got this new game where it's all because of this baby. She'll come up to me, she's like, "Mummy, have you done a poo-poo? Let me check your bottom." And she'll do this when I'm walking down the we were walking in the park, and she's like chasing after me, lifting up my coat. Let me check your bottom. Have you done a poo-poo? I'm like, Isabella, this game is not fun.
Listen, I keep saying, Lucas, the bathroom is not a group activity. It is not a group act. It's mummy's quiet time. It's the only time. Listen, sure. Anyways, we can go on and on. These kids, honestly, these kids make me laugh. They honestly make me laugh. Give me jokes, man.
But that, I'm going to say, that is my win of the week, though. My preparation, my to-do lists. Yeah. I am someone that packs very in advance, and I have bought all the stuff that I need for Jamaica. I've even contacted a little company out there that I found today that like rent cots and high chairs and stuff.
Right. That's like very niche.
Yeah, apparently it's not. Apparently, like there's a lot. I just saw someone mention it. You can like rent baby equipment when you're on holiday. It's like this whole industry. Wow. And so I found someone that does it in Jamaica. So yeah, I've gotten everything sorted. I've ordered all the clothes, ordered all the everything, and the suitcases are nearly packed.
Where are they? Just in the kitchen or the living room?
No, they're behind me.
Oh,
guys, you don't. The situation down here.
You don't want to know.
Are important.
You don't want to know. Listen, trust me, it's all around me in here. But anyways, we are looking good for the camera.
Exactly, so and that's my win of the week. What's yours? Well, it's not win of the week. Just since we last spoke.
Yeah,
I'm guessing
since we last recorded. Yeah, of course. Like that's the win. Like the win is making it back in one piece, with having lost basically nothing on the island, and not being overweight not being overweight coming back. Yeah, it's like that's been my win. Like we've done it now. We've done a holiday, not just little, going to Spain or going to whatever, Costa del Sol or whatever they want to say. Like literally Jamaica. Like we did the long haul with 2 under 2s. 2 under 2. When I tell you the plane ride, it was so hard because it was like, oh my gosh, these kids were all squinged up. They're not allowed to have their own seats unless you pay for them. And might have a baby. She ain't going to sit on their seat. Listen, when I tell you, we did it. No ear complaints from the children, like none. Because when they're small, they don't understand their ears are popping. You can't really fix it, but nothing. So that's my win. That's my win of the year. It's win of my life.
Yeah, amazing. Oh, I'm so nervous, Cerise. The thing is, I've done 3-hour flights with Isabella. I think 3 or 4 hours is probably the longest we've done.
Yeah,
but this can be 9 hours
with 2 of them.
With 2, we do have another seat. Isabella's, she's over 2, so we've got a seat for her. Let's see how it goes. Anyway.
We'll update you in the new year, guys. If you see me presenting on my own, it's because Amanda's frazzled and needs a break for about 3 months. So
I'm sure it'll be fine. It'll be fine. If you survived, I'll survive.
Listen, you'll get there, mate. You'll get there.
And so before we get into the main part of the episode, I've got my random question. I've always got to ask one. And so this week, I just want to know, let's talk about celebs. Now, me and you, we're not celeb people. And like, we don't know. I talk for myself.
No, honestly, no. Names. Trust me. When I tell you
in pop culture.
Nah, not for me.
Yeah. So
we are the celebs. We are the celebs.
But still with that in mind, we do know some celebrities. And I want to ask you, if you had to pick a celebrity as your best friend, who would it be?
Wow.
Think.
That would require me knowing more than one.
Even if you can't think of their name, is there someone that you like, I don't know, maybe follow on Instagram, someone that you don't mind? It doesn't have to be a big celeb.
I'll tell you what.
Celeb.
I like what I'm gonna word this properly. I like what I see of Viola Davis.
Have you read your book?
I haven't, but I've got it about to download it to listen to it. I like what I see of her. I mean, everyone's going to say, Michelle Obama, especially if you're a black woman, but I like what I see of Viola Davis. Who else is there that I like what I see of? Is it Regina Hall? I can't remember.
Regina King?
Regina Hall. So you know the one
Which one's that one?
the actress. She's like in Best Man Holiday. I'll show you a picture of her.
The funny one.
Yeah.
Is it Hall? Her last name?
I think it's Hall.
Okay.
I think, guys.
Yeah.
Don't at me if it's not, because I don't know anything about it.
Because there's the two Regina. I think, maybe it's Hall. But yeah, I know who you mean. I love her as well.
Mm-hmm.
Viola Davis, please, guys, listen to her book. Don't read it. Listen to the audiobook, because obviously Viola Davis, she is an amazing actress, and that book is a production. Like Will Smith's book as well. That's another one that you should listen to as audio, because it's like a full production. But Viola Davis's book, I listened to that and it's a great experience.
I'm gonna listen to it. I'm gonna download it.
Through some stuff.
Yeah. But I like what I see of her. I follow her on Instagram, but in general, I do like what I see of Viola Davis. So there. Yeah. What about you?
I think I'm gonna go with Adrian Houghton. Do you know? You know Israel Houghton?
Oh, Adrian Bailon. Yeah, she's nice.
Bailon Houghton.
Nice.
So she's double-barreled last name, isn't she?
Yeah.
So
she's on The Real, right?
Yeah, so she used to be a host of The Real. I follow her on Instagram. I just think she's great. I think she's just great. And she's like very open about her Christianity and the way, like, her marriage, she's just so in love and all that stuff.
Oh, mate.
And I've been following
I was listening to the album literally just like not long ago, the new one.
Oh, yeah. Come out. Is this Worship Anywhere?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love some of them songs on there, guys. Like Secret Plug, Worship Anywhere.
I just love her. And she's funny and she's candid, and she's got a little YouTube channel that I watch. And it's not little, it's a big YouTube channel, obviously.
Yeah, she's a proper big celeb, boy.
And I've been following her like fertility journey and everything. And she's finally had a little boy. Yeah. And I remember like when I found out she finally had a son, I never felt like so happy for someone that I do not know before. I was like, you know what? You can be my best friend. You can be my best friend,
guys. We're gonna tag her in this. So Amanda right now is completely fangirling out.
I am. I don't even like. She's not even here, but yeah, I think she's great. Or Tamara Mowry. You can tell that I used to watch The Real. I just really like her. I like Sister. I like Tamara.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my best friend.
Good choices. I should start following Adrian now, actually. I might check
follow her.
I mean, I do follow Israel and New Breed and all of that, but like I don't follow her, so I'm going to follow her. But she's like, to have good role models.
A lot.
Yeah, as opposed to Israel.
Like Israel's just, he's on
here
there.
Here for the music.
Basically.
Yeah. But it's good to have good people that you would look up to and think, I could be friends with this person, whatever. You never know, Amanda. You might actually end up being best friends with Adrian Bailon or Houghton or whatever you call her. Guys, we'll put a shout out to her, see if she listens to our podcast.
You never know what could happen.
Help us. We're going to do a crowdfunder. Help us get Adrian Bailon to listen to our podcast.
Yeah, and Viola Davis.
But guys. So we're going to get straight into this episode because like we said, we're going to label this one. We don't know what it's going to be called yet.
Yeah, I don't even know the title of this.
An E episode because it's explicit. It's candid. I mean, let's just call it candid because that's what it is. And what's the title again, Amanda? What are we going to talk about?
We're talking about things that we didn't expect from marriage. And this topic came up because me and Cerise have been having conversations this week. We've been conversing. And we thought it was time for one of these conversations to come online. Yeah. Because marriage is beautiful, but marriage is wild.
Wild, I tell you.
And it is tough.
I tell you.
And you know what? We can do an episode all about why marriage is so hard. Mm-hmm. But today we're talking about the things that are unexpected in marriage. And actually what we've done is we've come up with 3 things each. Mm-hmm. And we're just going to see how the conversation goes. We might only get to one thing.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows?
We've said a few things that have been unexpected in marriage. And Cerise, you're going first.
I'm just thinking about the one that I've got, mate. Oh, I've got 2 main ones.
Is it the same as mine?
Probably. But I mean, we've been chatting about it, so maybe.
Okay, let's see.
The first one that I'm going to go with this one first, actually, because I think this one is quite funny. Why does every other guy suddenly become super attractive when you're married? Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not saying every other guy, but like sometimes look at someone you think, oh my gosh, like you're getting the hots, and you're like, oh, I'm married. No, this can't be allowed. Like, I don't know. People just seem more attractive when you're married to somebody. Not that I want to be with that person or anything, because obviously that's not the case. But it's just like you just get a random crushes for no reason.
Yeah.
I don't
So
know.
this is so interesting that you brought this
I
up.
don't know what it is. It's the human brain, must be.
It's just so interesting because, yeah, it's unexpected, it, but like because me and Raf were having a conversation about this. We're watching Love is Blind on Netflix. I don't know if you've seen it, but anyway, it's like, you know, people go in pods, they don't see each other. They're like, they date for a week behind a wall, they get to know each other, and if they want to go forward, they've got to like get engaged, and then 4 weeks later they get married after they've seen each other, blah, 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 blah. So it's all about, you know, falling in love with someone without seeing them, and then making the decision to commit. And then you get to see them, you see if the relationship is actually going to, you know, go forward. And anyway, there's this one guy who chose one girl. And he was talking to two of them. He dismissed one, chose the other, met the other, was all like happy. And then, I'm not saying names, so I'm hoping this isn't a big spoiler. And I don't know the end story because the series isn't finished. But anyway, all the couples see each other like when they leave the pods, and he sees the girl that he rejected, and he's like, damn, she's hot. And now his head's all spinning. And so I say to Raf, like, and he keeps talking about how, oh, she's my type and this one isn't my type and blah, blah, blah. So I'm like to Raf, this is madness. Like, you wouldn't say that to your wife if your fiance.
Yeah, suddenly you just love someone else.
Like, yeah. And then Raf's like, you know what it is? He's like, he gave this analogy of, I can't remember it, but it's basically like, you know, when you're used to seeing something, sometimes the attraction you get used to it. And so then when you see something else that you're not used freshness. To, it's like fresh.
It's fresh hot.
And I was like, so you're saying that my attractiveness is now stale to you, that sometimes you don't notice it. And then so you'll notice somebody else's because they're a fresh face. And basically, yes, that's what you're saying.
I think there is truth in that though, because like, I mean, I'm not. You spoke about Cerise, right? Yeah, I think the original black heartthrob for every girl was who? You'll probably say it.
Tay Diggs? No, I don't know. Chris Brown? I don't know.
No, before his time, mate.
Oh, before Denzel.
There is Denzel. There is, but not for me. I never was, guys. I was never hot on Denzel. Denzel was never a thing.
Cerise really thought I was going to say the right person. Who is it?
Listen, Morris Chestnut. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He was the original hot dude.
Yeah.
So I guess like for him, you think, oh, he's always hot. Like your husband ain't gonna have a problem if you turn around and say that he's hot or you have the hots for Morris Chestnut, because he's just like everyone's crush. Like I know everyone was on this Idris Elba thing, but I'm just like, I don't understand it, because to me, I'm just like, nah.
Cerise, you need to understand.
Okay, you are that girl. Okay, bye.
Idris Elba. Oh my gosh. Sometimes I'm like, Raf, you look like Idris.
But guys, he looks nothing like Idris.
I'm like, you're giving me Idris energy. But yeah, like he needs to. Come on.
No, man, Idris is not. I just don't see like what everyone else gets gassed about.
Please, he's just a beautiful man. He's just a beautiful man.
For me, it's got to be Morris all day, every day. At least he's the original heartthrob. But hey, like, yeah, everyone seems to get slightly things that people that you wouldn't see as attractive before suddenly become, wink, wink, and you're just like, what is this? Like, but I think it is that whole freshness thing. Like you're used to seeing someone all the time, and then suddenly you see a fresh face, and you're like, oh my gosh. Or you see a face that you know, and you see them in a fresh light. See, I don't know how to explain that part, but that happens sometimes.
See, I would say for me, I guess it's more celebrities. For people that I already know, like there's people that I used to think were attractive, and now I'm like, how?
You're ugly.
How?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Think that, but it's funny though, because I don't experience it that much, but I know that Raf does. But like, it's all right. Like these things happen, and it's okay. It's okay to. It's okay. Like we don't talk about it like that. But you know, it's okay to find other people attractive, and yes, that is something unexpected from marriage, isn't it? Like,
yeah, that
to
is.
See someone and be like, ooh,
yeah,
but don't entertain it, guys.
No, defo. Just like banish the thought from your mind because obviously it's not healthy. And like I can tell you, if the shoe was on the other foot, mate, wow. If Darryl started to feel well, I don't know, maybe he does, but if he started to verbalize that, I'd be getting stressed. So yeah, guys, it's not a great thing, but you know, it is what it is, and it's human nature. Like, you know, it's okay for humans to appreciate beauty in other humans, you know, it's okay. So be at peace, be secure with yourself, but don't get carried away. Oh, and now my AirPod is dropping out. But hold on, where is it? Wow, this whole time. Guys, I'm just gonna have to get my AirPod. It dropped on the floor.
Just 1 second while she sorts herself out. But yeah, I think that's the thing, isn't it? When you first get married, you think you'll only ever have eyes for your person, for your husband. And to be fair, I only have eyes for Raf.
Same here for my husband too.
But like, you don't expect to. I guess you don't expect that you would appreciate other people's beauty, but
beauty,
you do.
beauty. Booty.
And booty.
And booty. For the men out there. But yeah. So what was your thing? What would you say your thing that you didn't expect from marriage?
Okay.
That came at you like a ton of bricks.
Guys, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about sex.
Guys, if you are under the age of 18, please quit now. No, I'm joking.
Yeah. Or listen, because you probably need to know this. I'm joking.
You need to know this.
Under 18, you probably don't. Okay, so what was unexpected for me is that I thought, you know, trying to wait until marriage to have sex and everything, I thought that sex in marriage was going to be this thing that I would want to do all the time. I thought like me and Raf would be like just synced up and we'd be like, oh, okay,
this is great.
This is what I didn't expect. I did not expect to not want to have sex all the time. I did not expect to not be...
I hear you.
I did not expect to not be on the same page with my husband. I didn't know about this whole mismatched sexual desires.
Yeah.
I did not know that, I just thought that I would get married.
It was going to be perfect.
Would be the easiest thing.
Yeah, it would just be like all the time. All the time.
I'd want it all the time. Absolutely, just no.
Guys, it's not all Hallmark. It really isn't. Like the TV. What did I say to Amanda this week? Some of these men watch too much telly. They watch too much television, too many movies. Like the reality of it is that it's you know, it's a lot of work. That in itself is hard work, mate. Excuse the pun. It is hard work.
Listen,
I agree with you on that one.
Stepping in the door, rolling around, kissing, and it's just suddenly spontaneous. Nah,
mate.
Listen, I need to.
It don't happen like that. It don't happen like that, boss.
Maybe on holiday before we had kids, then things could happen. But no.
It doesn't. That's not to disappoint you guys because it is still a great thing, but as in like...
Oh yeah, so sex in marriage is actually great. Yeah. And what I've realised is it gets better and better as time goes on.
Yeah.
Because you become more vulnerable with each other. You
communicate better.
Communicate more, you know each other more. And like sex with someone that you know like really well and you know what they like and you can be and you can have fun in it. You're not self-conscious is always better. And I'll be honest, since having children, like our sex has gotten better because I guess like, you know, once someone sees you give birth or like, you know.
Yeah, anything goes now because I've done the big thing, whatever, who cares?
What am I trying to hide from you now?
Yeah, exactly. You've seen it all, literally.
Exactly. So like, sex in marriage is great, but like separate desires.
It is actually overwhelming sometimes because it can put you at loggerheads with your spouse because... I mean, let's be honest. Like, men want it all the time. She just had to put a drink down, guys. All the time.
But I didn't realise this because I spoke to Raf about this and I was like, so what, do you really want it all the time? He's like, yeah. I was like, but what if you're really tired?
It's for me. It's the yeah.
But I'm like, but what if you're really tired and stressed and you're feeling unwell? He's like, yeah, but if you told me that you were ready, like, I'd do it.
Let's go.
I was like, if you feel sick and you're tired, and you've got like a horrible migraine.
What if you've got a flu?
I'm like, what's going on? Like all the time.
Me,
And I can't say
listen,
all men.
no,
I can't say all men
Amanda,
because I don't know all men.
you can. They're wired
Can I?
differently, so you
Now
can say all
no,
men.
I've heard now there's some men that have a lower desire than their
That's because they're
wives.
not well.
No, don't say that. No, sometimes the women can be the higher desire, the men can be the lower desire.
Yeah, I guess so.
And that can happen in it. But like, I'm just talking about, I only have sex with one man, so
yeah, guys. Yeah,
like they just want they will want to do it all the time.
I can say the same. I can say the same. So there's at least 2 men. There you go. Any other guys? Any want to join the band? Or
I'm sure
all the
everyone's
time?
like, yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, and so like things that I didn't expect. I did not expect to, I guess, because when you first get married, and especially in the early days, we just like, it's all like honeymoon period, like, yeah.
Oh gosh.
But I didn't expect to like need certain things for me to be able to do that. Like, I need to
all
feel
the time.
Yeah, it's like this whole warm up thing, you can't I can't have the house cannot be in disarray.
Thank you. Someone else understands.
Listen, the house can't be in disarray. Sometimes the house can be in disarray, but like it can't be.
No, but not
Thursday
like
where
disarray.
The house, the kids are in disarray, the house in disarray. It's Thursday. It's been a crazy day. What's it called? I just want to get in the shower by myself, and then I want to go to sleep, or I want to scroll on my phone.
She said in the shower by herself. I don't want you to join me in the shower.
Okay, like on a Thursday, when I've had a day like that, it is not the time at 11 p.m.
to try and join me in the shower.
That shower that I've been waiting for all day.
Yeah.
And I did not expect to not want to be joined in the shower.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You think, oh, join me in the shower. Oh, this is going to be great. And then you get in the shower and you're just like,
in my shower?
Where are you going? Get out.
Listen, I didn't expect this.
Yeah, I hear you, man.
But this is life, and
yeah. I think for me you stole my other one actually, because to be fair, we were talking about it anyway this week. But yeah, that is something I didn't expect. Like you said, my mind is not even there. Like I'm thinking about all the things I have to do afterwards. The kitchen is a mess.
Thank you.
There's stuff in the washing machine that needs to be hung out. This, that, and the other, and they're just like, relax.
Yes, and I'm thinking as soon as we finish doing this,
I'm gonna have
one of the kids are gonna wake up.
Oh yeah,
and I could have been asleep.
Yeah. This whole time.
I could have been asleep. I could have gotten that 45 minutes of sleep, but instead,
45 minutes, guys. Wow.
I was just saying that to be nice, in case Raph is listening.
45 minutes. Me, I'm just like, I don't even know.
Listen,
I don't even know to put a time on
guys,
it,
just now know that I'm just throwing numbers out there. Just throwing them out. This is not accurate.
We're going to call her 45 minutes from now on for the rest of the podcast.
I'll take that.
No, but seriously, my mind, and then they're just like, relax, and you're just like, look here, you ain't going to be doing any of this stuff when we're down here. So I need to, how about I do this first? It just makes me feel more relaxed knowing that the place is sorted,
exactly.
know? That makes me feel much more relaxed.
I'm like, why don't we retire? Like, why don't we just go to bed?
Yeah.
We can do it in the morning.
And wake up. Yeah.
What? What's the problem?
No. Because they know it ain't going to happen. You're going to fall asleep. And then it's just going to be like, okay, fine. They're calling your name.
Happen.
I'll speak for myself. Like if I fall asleep, mate, don't try and wake me up out of my sleep for this activity.
Oh no, don't wake me up. Sorry, no. To
be fair, I am more of a morning person though.
Yeah, I don't wake, like I'm an early bird, so I'm always up before everyone. So like Raph can wake up with me if he feels like it, right? That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Don't wake me up. Although Raph would like to be waked up. Sorry, sorry, Raph. I'm giving TMI. I'm sure he doesn't care. But no, don't wake me up for that.
Yeah, I know. It's a bit of, especially when you got young kids like us, young babies, and you'll just be woken up for this activity, which is supposed to be so fantastic at that time in the morning. Yeah. Nah, mate. But yeah,
what I will say is once I like once you do it in it, you don't really regret doing it. Like
Yeah, that's the thing.
sometimes
You don't really,
like
it's
the
like
thought
exercise.
of it, it's like exercising it. The thought of it and like I'm like the mood and all that kind of stuff. Sometimes you got to do it to be in the mood, like
Yeah, you got to at least try it for 5 minutes and see how you get on.
like
see how you get on.
Cerise said you got to try it for 5 minutes. See how you get on.
Yeah, try it for 5 minutes and see how you get on. Because then at least you know that, okay, I can endure this. Like, I don't have to be thinking, if you're not feeling it, after the 5 minutes, just get up and walk off. Just be like, I'm done. I'm finished. See you guys later. Or guys, I mean, see you later. Guys?
She said, just get up and walk away. Wow. Anyway, guys, just know we're going to regret this episode.
I'm going to regret all of this at some point soon.
Oh, disclaimer, parents, don't listen.
Yeah, definitely. This is a non-parent episode. We should have said that at the beginning. If you don't want to be traumatized, don't listen to this episode.
Yeah. But yeah, I didn't expect that. I just didn't. I didn't think that sex would be a thing. You know, when you think about things that would be issues or things or like, whatever.
It wouldn't be that. You think, oh, it ain't going to be that.
I did not think it was going to be sex.
Yeah. I know what you mean. It's a bit...
I didn't.
And it's disappointing, isn't it? Because you think, oh, man, the one thing that we should have on lock.
Mm-hmm. It's not, and that's the thing in it, because it's not an actual issue with, for us, it's not an actual issue with like the actual sex. Like, we can do the sex, that's fine.
Do the act.
We can do, it's the timing, it's the
moods,
it's the mood, it's the frequency, it's the, like...
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I'm like, you want to get me in the mood, go and do some laundry, fill the dishwasher, and then let me have a shower by myself.
Yeah,
okay?
and then I'm prepared. I need to prepare.
Yes. And make sure, like, you're going to get up with the kids in the night, or make sure, that it's before 9 p.m.
Yeah. Don't worry, we have all the same conditions, and then that you see that to me makes great sex. It's like, okay, fine, you've got all the you've met all the conditions, met the criteria, essential and desirable, and now we can proceed to the root.
Yeah. And it doesn't have to be like that every time, but like for the if you want to do it regularly, if you want it a few times a week, you want it on a Tuesday night, or those are some of the conditions that need to be there for the standard days in the week. Like,
here's a joke, right? I watched a movie one time and it had this woman and her husband that only had sex on a Wednesday, and I was horrified. This is I was like, this is horrible. This is too rigid. This is too. And now look at me.
Was this this is a film you watched pre-marriage?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And now look at me.
Just on a Wednesday, I'm like, actually, if we could say our Wednesday nights,
I can work with that. I can get on that. I can get behind that, boy. I can get behind that. Nah, man, it's long. But you know what? It's enjoyable. Once, like I said, you can try it for 5 minutes. And
I can't actually get over that.
Try it for 5 minutes. This is obviously, guys, if you're married. When we were talking about marriage anyway, but yeah, it's great. And there's a certain connection that you have with your spouse that you just think, wow, this is amazing. You literally end up on cloud 9. But hey, we won't go that deep in this episode. Or maybe we will.
Yeah, maybe like our next episode we will. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yes.
You stole my second, so you might as well go again.
Oh, should I go again? Okay.
Yeah, because that was my second one, was going to be that.
Okay, so I didn't want to be a negative Nancy for the whole thing. So something that I didn't expect, this is still negative, but with a positive bit at the end. Something I didn't expect is I didn't expect to like resent my husband. I didn't think that emotion would be something I would experience. I don't know if you experienced it, but I've experienced like resentment.
Yeah.
But even with that resentment, he's still like my favourite person.
Real. Yeah.
He's still my favourite person. He's still like, if I have something I need to do, like if I'm going away somewhere, like he's always the person I want to talk to at the end of the day. He's always the person, majority of the days. He's always the person like I want to go travel with and I want to dream with and I want to do my whole life with. He's still my favourite person. But damn, sometimes I resent him.
Yeah. I mean, I hear you with that because, and sometimes it's over the smallest things. You just think, for me, it's like, you should know this by now. You should know this makes me annoyed, or you should know this is what makes me happy. So why aren't you doing it? And then you think, Boy, the resentment. Like when you're having a downer in your marriage, every marriage has its ups and its downs, all right?
Yeah,
So when you're
yeah.
having a bit of a down moment or down time, yeah, sometimes that resentment can be there, but don't let it build, guys.
Yeah,
But yeah, that resentment can be there where you just think, oh, you know,
yeah.
I really don't, I love you, but I actually don't like you very much right now.
Yeah, I didn't expect that. I didn't expect to have times where I didn't
Yeah, I
like
did.
him.
I thought, listen, when you're thinking about marriage, you're thinking proper rose tinted, you know, like everything's going to be perfect. But
Exactly.
obviously,
And
it
the thing
isn't.
is, I knew the whole saying marriage is hard and stuff. I don't know what I thought about marriage was going to be hard because, like, I was like, I don't know, you know, it's just hard, isn't it? That's what people say. There's so many things. And the resentment, I guess the resentment builds more when you don't communicate about things. So you should just say when things annoy you. But sometimes the resentment is there and it's just so irrational. And I think a lot of this, for me, some of these marriage things, they're getting kind of mixed up with the whole parenthood as well.
Yes,
Because
that changes everything.
That just changed so much of it. Because I look at people who've been married, maybe like I've got a few people that I know who've been married maybe a few years less than us or around the same time sometimes, but they don't have children. And I'm like,
that's so nice.
Oh, like,
so nice.
Not just wait, because, you know, not everyone wants children. I'm like, if you want to have children, like some of these things, it's just, you know.
I hear you with that.
It's the whole thing, raising little people. And so sometimes, you know, things that make me feel resentful, they're stupid things. I'm like,
that's what I mean by little things. That's what I mean by
I'll be
little
like,
things.
Like Raph will be like, oh, I'm going to the gym or to play squash. And I'm like, oh, at least you can do that because I've got to stay here because I'm breastfeeding and
with
I can't go out right
children,
now.
Not mine, and your children.
Yeah, your kids. And I'll just stay here then. And I'm getting all resentful. And I'm like, but I want him to go out and exercise. I don't want him to stop exercising.
Because then he's going to get
his health. And like I care about his health and his endorphins. And if one of us, like, I can't go right now, not any fault of his own.
One of us needs to be energetic.
So someone needs, like, why am I resenting you for going to exercise? It's just stupid stuff. But I didn't expect to feel resentment. I didn't know that would be an emotion I'd have towards my husband. When I got married, I did not think that I would feel like that.
I'm telling you, you think the whole thing is going to be so amazing. You're going to be on cloud nine, like, eternally, because you finally found your soulmate. That's not your siblings, not your parents. You found that person. You think, oh my gosh, this is going to be amazing. It's what happens when you listen to too much R&B, guys. What happens when you watch too much Hallmark TV? Like, you just think your whole life is Hallmark.
Yeah, and people, you know, people tell you stuff and you're like, yeah, but not me and Raph.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it is you.
It is going to be me.
It's because it's
7 years down the line.
You know, it's still
I
you.
didn't know. Exactly.
But the thing is, it's because, like, you're two imperfect people, like.
Exactly, yeah.
So I'm sure the shoe is on the other foot at times where
definitely.
they resent what you're doing.
I'm annoying as hell. I know I'm annoying. I'm annoying. I am the drama.
She said it, guys. Like, she said it. But I hear you with that. Like, sometimes I do resent Daryl over stuff as well. And I just think, oh, for goodness sake, like, at least you can do this. Or why you do, like, I have to get up in the night. You got to have a good night's sleep all the way through. You didn't get woken up once.
Listen, okay, if Raph wakes up and he says he's tired.
Listen, I go into one. I'm like, you are not tired. You don't know what tired is.
And
you didn't get up 4 times last night.
He may be tired.
No, they're not allowed to be tired.
Don't tell me.
Agreed. Because if you didn't have to get up like I had to get up last night, so be.
Like when I woke up those several times, I heard you snoring next to me.
Oh yeah, fully, and not being like bothered or anything. You just you just rolled over.
I saw you.
And not only did I have to get up and feed, I had to put the child back to sleep as well, which sometimes is the hardest part. It's like the feed isn't so easy, isn't so hard rather. That the hardest part is getting the child back, especially if you've got an energetic child and they're not fully trained yet into what sleep is. You have to sit there for half an hour, 40 minutes trying to get them to sleep. And the husband's just like having his next dream.
Yeah. And like, you know, when we're not going to get into baby stuff. I was going to say, you know, babies our age, of our daughters, if they catch a little bit of eye contact,
they catch
a little smirk,
they think it's time to play. It's playtime.
And you're like, damn, she caught me.
Yeah. I've been spotted.
But okay, So you go on then. You got one more.
Yeah, I got another
Tell
one.
me what it is.
Oh gosh, am I gonna get crucified for this or what? Also husbands don't listen to this episode.
Maybe.
I didn't know. I won't lie and say I
Cerise,
didn't know.
I'm
What?
sorry. Who actually gets our episodes ready for YouTube?
Oh yeah, same. It's Daryl. So yeah, he's gonna have to listen to it.
Yeah, so
But
husbands, you will be listening to this.
you have to. You are like number one fans, obviously. But I knew, but didn't know to the extent that you'd be marrying the entire family when you got married. Like everybody, everything, all the drama, all the good times, all the bad times, you have it. Like you're married to that person, but there can be a lot of involvement that you perhaps didn't anticipate, you know? I didn't know, or maybe I did know, but didn't anticipate how much you'd be marrying the entire family and all the trimmings. Let's have a moment of silence.
Yes.
No, yeah. That is.
Mm-hmm.
They tell you though, they say, oh, you get married, you marry the whole family, but it's kind of like a joke thing. Like people just say it as a joke, and you kind of think, oh yeah, but we'll be able to keep it separate. But boy, not all the time, guys. Not all the time.
No. Yeah.
Amanda has no words.
Absolutely. Guys, I'm really. Oh, has my camera gone out of sync?
No, you're good.
Oh, okay. It looks like it has to me. Sorry. Okay. Anyway, sorry guys, technical issues.
That was her trying to detract from what I was actually saying, so she didn't want to have an answer. So that was her trying to.
Yeah. So this whole thing. So they always say you marry the family, and you do marry the family, but sometimes you don't actually know the family until you marry them. If that makes sense, like you're not always privy to like all the dynamics of the family until you marry the family. It's a journey. It is a journey.
Yeah.
And it's, you know what I mean? Like you've married somebody, like an imperfect person, like you said, and then every family's got issues, and you've got to
every family
change and accommodate things. And you've sometimes got to remember that your home is like now their home, because like their family lives there. And just and when you have children, there may be some people that
guys
have a lot of involvement in your child that you wouldn't have expected to, but they do, because
or even if it's not involved,
they're actually your husband's family.
Things to say.
Yeah, or input. That's what I mean. So like input or
things to say,
Mm-hmm.
Guys, I'm going to get crucified for this after this episode, but hey, this is the E.
Yeah, like I don't even know how to. I know this. Like, yeah, I don't even know how to
be diplomatic about this.
I don't know what to say.
No, mate.
Listen,
it's true.
I'm gonna caveat it, because I know that some people might be listening. I will caveat it. I absolutely love my in-laws. I do. We get on really well. But like my own family annoys me. Yeah,
guys, that's a new one.
Like my own family, like,
annoys me.
As in like the people I grew up with, people that raised me. Sometimes you come at. There's not everything we agree on, but the difference is the people that I grew up with and the people that raised me, our relationship is of that, and so I can, you can have a bit.
You can have back and forth, exactly. That's the difference.
Whereas you can do that with your in-laws, but it's like you kind of got to get to that place.
Yeah. Me, I've always been an upfront person. Let me just say this. You had your little caveat, so here's mine. I have always been an upfront person. So if you have, if you want to say something, or you have we're going to have back and forth, let's have a back and forth. I don't want to hear it from somewhere else or whatever. And that sometimes can happen because people think, oh, I'm going to offend so-and-so by saying this to them or whatever. But, come at me straight.
Just offend me.
Just offend me. Just come at me straight.
Just I prefer that. Let me know.
Yeah, just let me know. But yeah, that is the other dynamic that's really difficult as well, is your own family. Like being, like sometimes playing piggy in the middle.
I was going to say.
Like defending your husband. Guys, defending your husband, and also having your family just there saying what they're saying, and trying to maintain a wall of separation between the two, so it's not like whatever your family, like personally, whatever your own family has to say has an impact. Basically, you have to learn not to take everything on, And that is difficult, especially when obviously you spend your entire life, all your formative years going up to teenage before you even married with them, and you took almost everything on that they said, and then suddenly you have to be like, I'm breaking ties and I'm now gonna stick with my husband. Like, that is hard. And that's another thing, I guess, all to do with the whole family thing, that no one tells you when you get married, is that the opinions of your family are not of any great importance anymore.
No. I have a rule that I don't share. Like, if me and Raf have had a fallout or anything like that,
you don't share it.
My marriage is like, we're
my
protected.
Marriage.
Like,
yeah.
Like, we are, I don't go run and tell my parents nothing.
No, neither do I.
My brother nothing. Like, you guys won't know.
They're always going to take your side, guys. That's the thing. And then when they take your side,
it depends how big it is, because my parents, I've been surprised sometimes. I've complained about,
and they've said, but you, Amanda, are the drama.
I've complained about something. Mum's like, yeah, but Amanda, come on, Raf.
Your mum is a scrunch.
I'm like, Mum,
no, I'm your child. I am the child.
Why are you trying to be reasonable here? He's the problem.
But I hear you though. Like,
but yeah, no,
it's hard.
You got to keep a fortress, and I think that's something I didn't expect. I guess I didn't expect to have to protect my marriage as much. I don't know what I thought marriage was going to be before I got into it.
This is the end of the episode, guys. We just didn't know. We just didn't know what marriage was going to be.
I know what marriage was.
I tell you, it's a learning curve. It's a learning experience, lifelong learning experience.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hear you. The whole family thing, but that balance it's damn hard, man. Flipping hell. Like, you just think, I'll just, not say anything. But then there are things that might annoy you as a wife that your husband does, and your family sees your husband do that too, and it annoys them, and then they vocalize it, and you're just like, look, I can deal with it because I'm living here. Like, you don't have to have a moan at me about his behavior or whatever. Like, that just, it jars me.
Nah, don't
jars me, man.
Yeah, don't do that. And 'cause the thing is, nobody knows the actual full extent of your relationship apart from the two of you.
That's the thing. You don't know.
And
so
you might see something and be like, oh, he spoke to you in quite a harsh way. Then you don't know
isolation.
You don't know how much I've been annoying him today. You don't know what he's just had to put up with before you guys came here. So maybe he was a little bit short, and you don't need to worry about that.
I can deal with that. Yeah, we'll deal with that later. That's you have to. But yeah, that is, especially with ethnic families. Like, my gosh, inner is the word sometimes.
But what I will say, because I guess because of that, it's actually my grandma who told me to never bring an argument outside of our marriage to anybody. Never go run to your parents. And actually my parents, I guess they've been like that with their parents too. And so it's kind of what's expected. And they will only comment if they feel like it's something worth commenting on. And so it happens few and far between. But I'm always like, nah, I got to defend, because I never want anyone to have a bad opinion of my husband.
Same.
If they're seeing him and especially the way that my family is, they're around a lot. Do you know what I mean?
Same here.
It's not like he sees them once every month or two.
Yeah, they're always around.
They're around a lot.
Yeah.
So some days,
around, guys.
Some days, he may not be on his P's and Q's because
you're here again.
You're always there.
Yeah. You see it all. No, I hear you though. That is a big struggle. We started off this point by saying marrying the other person's family, but hey, sometimes the drama can be your own.
It's just, and that should just show that when we say about it may be difficult for us with our in-laws sometimes, it's not anything. That's just how it is. Just difficult dynamics with all around. People. That's just human nature.
It's two lives coming together.
The same problem with our own families. So exactly.
Yeah, exactly. There we go, guys. I ain't got anything else for this episode. I have nothing else for this episode. But I will say, all of that being said, the pros outweigh the cons, guys. And I wouldn't even say those are cons. Those are just learning points.
They are just learning points. And actually, I had one more, because I did come up with 3.
Go on.
And my last one was actually nice things. So
Oh yeah,
I always
okay.
saw myself as being like a feminist, and I wasn't about traditional roles in the home. Like, I remember saying to Raf, don't think that I iron. Don't expect me to iron. I don't do that. I'm like, I've gone to uni. I'm a doctor. Like, I'm out there
She was,
working.
she went all the way,
This was
guys.
me. This was me before we got
Yeah,
married. Okay. I am
don't.
an independent woman. We may
Yeah,
be getting married, but
I don't need you.
don't expect me to be putting dinner on the table when you come home, and don't expect me to be ironing your clothes. What I did not expect is that I would actually really
Be
enjoy
so, yeah,
serving my husband.
yeah, uh-huh.
I didn't think I would enjoy
Yes.
like homemaking, I think they call it.
Yep.
I didn't think that this side of me was there, but I am like a fierce feminist, and I do work and I am independent, but actually I didn't expect to really enjoy
Serving. It is a beautiful thing. You have to enjoy.
and I do.
Like,
I love it.
that's the whole point of marriage, is it's serving the other person.
Yeah, you both serve each other, and
Exactly,
I think before I came into
exactly.
marriage, I was so naive. I didn't.
I'm not
I
here to
didn't
serve you.
Yeah, I didn't.
But you
understand all
must
of
serve
that.
me. You must. But I'm not here
And
to
the thing
serve
is,
you.
I feel like I was an oxymoron because I was saying these things, but I've always been a very serving and caring person. But I
Yeah.
didn't want to be taken for a fool.
For,
and this
yeah,
is
you
my
didn't want to
thing.
be. You didn't want him to take the piss, so it was like,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
fine. Well, I'm actually gonna, you know, I'm gonna state my case from the beginning. I'm
Yeah.
not your doormat. I'm not your skivvy. I'm not your slave.
Yeah,
But
exactly. And then
be
here's me
mine.
like, here's me. I'm like, what am I doing? And I remember once Raf came home. So when he started working in schools and stuff, when he was like doing mostly science teaching, he would like wear a suit to work every day.
Mhm.
And I remember like one Sunday, obviously before the kids, I don't iron now. I've gone back to the old ways. But one Sunday I was like ironing his shirts, and he was like, I thought you said you don't iron. And I was like, huh. well,
Today is a
But
good day.
it just
It's
made me
your
happy.
lucky day.
Like I love to do like
Things for him,
wifely things.
Yeah, same. I do as well. Like I want to
really
make sure, like, even today, like, you know, before obviously us coming on here and recording, like I made dinner and I said to Darren, what do you want for dinner? And he said, oh, I really liked what you made last night. So obviously I felt large. I was like, oh, that's nice. You know, you want to make them, you know, enjoy your dinner, enjoy your food. And then I made it again. I said, okay, I'll make it again for you tonight. And I made it again. And that's just a little thing that means something, you know, in a marriage. And I enjoy doing that for him. I enjoy making sure that he's looked after, getting him, like helping him with his self-care, making sure that he's well looked after and he has all the things that he needs and all the food, like whatever he wants to eat, I try my best to make it. Like, you know, I don't iron a lot. I must confess I don't.
No, I don't. Like the ironing ended quite early on.
I don't mind ironing, but I just don't do it that often. But yeah, definitely love serving. It's a love language, right? So
yeah, and that's the thing. Like I find myself, I'll do things like if he's on his way out to work and he hasn't got much time, I'll run down. I'll be like, oh, okay, I've got time. I'll make you some breakfast, or like let me just do you a quick bagel. You have it in the car and wrap it up.
I'll make two instead of one.
Do you know what I mean? Like I like to do stuff like that for him, and I didn't expect to. But I think when you love someone and you're building a life together, that service,
it comes naturally.
And I think in the 21st century, we're really kind of encouraged
not to be that way.
Not to, like, you know, not to do stuff like that. But I really enjoy it, guys.
It nurtures your relationship. You have to.
It does.
Let me hear me saying you have to do it, but yeah, it is absolutely necessary. It's like I said, it's a love language, acts of service, and
service will look different to everybody.
Feel important. Exactly. It doesn't have to be that you're running around trying to make a bagel, 2 instead of 1, but you know. Whatever it looks like for you, serving the other person, do it if it makes them happy. It's like, that's the thing about relationships. It's not one size fits all. It's whatever works for you, the two of you. Like whatever works for you as a husband, whatever works for you as a wife. That is the rule in your relationship, and it's not for anybody to comment on that, whether they're, you know, external, your kids, whoever. It's not for anyone to comment. It's what works for you guys, and what makes you guys tick. And the end.
Yeah. And that's a great place to end this podcast. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you are married, tell us, what is something that's been really unexpected in your marriage? And you can be as candid as you like, because we have been today.
45 minutes. 45?
Exactly.
Or try it for 5 minutes. She's like,
try it 5 minutes, walk away if you're not feeling it, you know.
Yeah, just walk away in silence.
No word. Just get up and just like,
get up.
I'm done.
Yeah, I'll see you later. I'm going to bed. No, but honestly, guys, let us know how long you do it for as well. No, I'm joking.
No. Okay, we don't need
Can
to.
you beat 45 minutes?
I don't want to come into your bedroom, okay? I'm not trying to get all the way in there. I'll be in your living room. I don't need to come in the bedroom with you.
Who says we don't do it there?
True. Okay, guys. So I really hope you've enjoyed this episode. I hope you enjoyed the whole season.
Yeah, we've enjoyed it.
Like we said at the start, I've really enjoyed it. So actually, let's ask. So Cerise, season 1. She
doesn't say my name yet. Honestly, it's been great. Like, it has the feeling now of something that's very, very, not that it wasn't natural before, but something that's very, very natural. Like, okay, yeah, we can do this. It's just chats. It's just chats, interaction, talking, and it's, talking is therapy. So it's great to have this conversation with you, Amanda, and I'm really looking forward to the next season. Of whatever it brings. We've got a load of topics, guys.
Yeah.
So
please let us know if there's anything you want to. Yeah, let us know if there's anything you want us to talk about, though.
Yes,
we're always up to talk about anything. And I hope you have noticed that as the episodes have gone on, we've become more relaxed, less nervous, and everything, and the conversations have started becoming.
I mean, I've lost the eyelashes for one. I'm just like buying these eyelashes. So there we go.
Yeah,
but yeah. It's great. It's been great, guys. It's been a great episode as well.
And don't forget to keep up with us.
Subscribe,
Subscribe on YouTube, follow us on Instagram, and make sure you subscribe on your podcast platforms as well. We are So Sis Podcast or So Sis Pod on all of those platforms. So yeah, until next time, we will see you in the new year. Well, we might see you for a bonus episode. We have
maybe you never know. You never know.
We might have to round off the year properly, but we will see you soon. And don't forget to please come over to Instagram because we will still be on there interacting with you all there.
Yes, guys. Okay. So peace, love, and hair grease. Bye.
Bye.
Till next time.